Hey, this is Cliff Down to the Money Institute, and once again, welcome to my channel, and welcome to the Money Institute channel. If this is your first time here, welcome and thank you. If you've been here before, welcome and thank you. So if you've been here before, and this is not your first time, then you already know we have 4 pillars at the Money Institute, which I go over almost every episode, right? And the 4 pillars it is: we learn, we earn, we invest, and we grow. So you learn. In order to achieve something that you've never achieved before, you need to learn something new. Because if you have gotten it with the knowledge you already have, you've already done it. So you need to learn something new. So that's the learning part of it. Once you learn, you start to earn. What does that mean? You earn more money, you earn better health, you earn better relationships, you earn better friendships, you just earn more, right? And then you invest. You invest in your relationships, you invest in property, you invest in growing your income, you invest in yourself, you invest in your relationship, and then you grow. And you grow in all areas of your life. So you learn, you earn, you invest, and you grow. So that's the 4 pillars of the Money Institute. What I want to share with you today is about goals, right? Because all of these things doesn't matter unless, if in order to achieve your worthwhile goals, you need to obviously be able to learn, earn, invest, and grow, right? And so when we talk about achievable goals, I'm going to talk to you today about SMART goals. Do you have SMART goals? Now, I work with SMART goals. I work on this concept of the SMART goals. So if you don't know what SMART goals are, SMART, S-M-A-R-T, and the S stands for specific, and M, measurable, A, attainable or action, and R is relevant or realistic, and T is time. So let's start with S, right? So in order to achieve goals, you have to have specific goals. And you have to narrow it down and be specific about your goals. Your goals have to be clear. You have to have clarity. In other words, you cannot achieve a goal that you cannot see, right? You cannot go somewhere that you don't have a destination. So that's what goals are. That's what it means by the S is being specific. You have to narrow it down. What is your goal? And what does it look like when you get there? How will you know when you get there if you don't have a goal? Let's just put it like this, right? If you're going somewhere in a car and you have a destination and you just put a car in drive and you just go, but if you have no destination, how will you know when you've gotten there? You have to have a goal, you have to have a destination, and the GPS is what takes you there, right? So you know it's going to take you this long, you need this much gas. What if you run out of gas on the way along? What if you run out of gas along the way, right? That's because you didn't set your goals properly. Because if you'd have set your goals, you'd have known that, hey, the amount of gas I have in this car will not get me there. So I need to set this goal because this is my destination. I need to be specific in how I get there. So the next step is the M, measurable. How do you measure it? How do you know when you've achieved your goal? How do you measure it? And this is what small milestones along the way. So your goals become measurable along the way. So a lot of people give up on their goals because they have these huge, humongous goals, right? And they try to eat it all at once. Like the old saying say, you don't eat an elephant all at once, you do one bite at a time. And that's what goals are. You break it down into chunks. You chunk it down. In NLP, they have a term that says you chunk it down in small chunks, and you celebrate small milestones along the way, which is measurable. So let's just say you want to run a marathon. A marathon is 26.2 miles. Your first goal is not to run 26.2 miles, because if you get up one day, you haven't run in 20 years, then you just get up and decide you're going to run a 26.2 mile marathon, you'll probably give up after 5, 6, 7 miles. However, if you say, you know what, week 1, I'm going to run 1 mile. Week 2, I'm going to step it up to 2 miles. Week 3, I'm going to step it up to 4 miles, 3 miles. Week 4, I'm going to step it up to 4 miles. Week 5, and so forth and so forth. Now you build and you step and you celebrate a small milestone. That's measurable, right? Because now you measure it along the way. That is measurable. So first you have the specific goals, then you have the measurable goals. Now the A is, some people call it attainable, meaning, is it attainable? Just as it says. And for me, is it actionable? For me, more so is, are you taking action on the goals? So you have the specific goals, you've narrowed it down, you're measuring it, it's measurable. Now for me, are you taking action on them? Like I said, some people say, is it attainable? Meaning, is it Is it attainable? Just like it says. But for me, I want to know what works for me is action, right? So I have my specific goals. I've measured them. Am I taking action daily, weekly, monthly? Am I taking action on those goals? Are they actionable? Are they things that I can actually do, literally do, right? And they're not pie in the sky. I used to work at a place when I used to sell cars, and I had a manager that used to say, sometimes we used to come to him with deals, and he used to say, Cliff, that's pie in the sky, right? Meaning it's not attainable, right? It's not actionable. That person is never going to buy a car. They're not in a position to do so because it wasn't attainable. So are your goals attainable? Are they specific? Are they measurable? Are they attainable? And they are. Once again, some people call it realistic. I call it relevant. I rather use the word relevant. Are they relevant? Well, the reason why I use the word relevant is it relevant to your why? Is it relevant to your purpose? Is it relevant to what is that you want to achieve in life? Are your goals relevant? Because if they're not relevant, maybe you don't want to do it. Maybe you don't want to get up every day and do the things that you want to do. So your goals are specific, right? Your goals are measurable. You're taking action, or they're attainable. You know that they're attainable because you're taking action and you can see them, you can visualize it. And now, is it realistic? Is it relevant to you? Does it make a difference in your life, right? Not only is it realistic, but is it relevant? Does it support your why? Does it support you in your vision? Are your goals taking you towards your big purpose in life? Because if it's not, then it's not relevant. And the last part is time. What's the time frame? Now, a lot of people don't believe in putting a time frame on their goals. A lot of gurus talk about don't put the time frame, but the time frame is necessary. Is the reason why. There's a part of your brain that works on time. And when you set a time frame, you put your brain to work, you put your mind to work, you put the subconscious to work, and it says, okay, listen, we only have a limited amount of time to get this thing done, right? Listen, we only have a limited amount of time on this planet. In fact, we don't know, you don't know, I don't know when our time is going to be up, right? When the clock strikes 12. We don't know. So when we put that time frame into our mind, into our subconscious, it says, okay, hey, we need to get this done within the time. Now, even if you don't achieve it within the time frame, the point is you've set a plan, you've set a goal, you've set a time frame, and you're working on it, right? So those are the goals. That's what small goals are. They're specific. You have a specific goal, and listen, that is the hardest part of the goal setting, is getting specific, being specific, having a definite purpose, a definite goal, something that you want to achieve. And there are times when you may get off track, but the goal still remains the same. The way you get there may change. So you have to have the specific goal. What is that thing you want to achieve? Now, I cannot stress enough how important that is. That is the number one thing about your goal. The number one thing, you have to know what your goal is. You have to be specific. You have to narrow it down. What is that thing that you most desire, you most want out of anything else in the world? What is that number one thing? What is that number one goal, right? So that's the first thing. So your goals are specific, then it's measurable, right? And then they're attainable or actionable, and then they're relevant or realistic, and then time. When will I achieve this by, right? You set yourself a time frame. And so that's what SMART goals are. If you don't set goals, and if you've not used SMART goals before, this is the time to start using SMART goals. And they are SMART for a reason, because once you go, it's not about what you do, it's about the goals that you set in life that make you become the person and achieve the things you have in life. The way you are and what you have in life right now is based upon the goals that you've set in the past. You want to achieve something new? Set new goals, set big goals, set high goals. Simple as that, right? So listen, once again, this is the Money Institute. If you like what you're hearing on this channel, if you like the information that I'm sharing on these videos, then click the link, subscribe, and listen, check out my next video, because I have plenty of these videos coming, not only from myself, but from other experts who are in the areas of money and mindset, right? That's going to share with their secrets, their techniques, and their secrets, techniques, and strategies on how to achieve the life, not only life that you want, but the life that you deserve, right? So click on the click on the button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.